Good morning, students. Welcome to the Science 1 class. It's remarkable that the neutron was not discovered until 1932. In 1919, Rutherford discovered the proton, a positive charged particle within the atom's nucleus. But the other researchers were finding the proton did not seem to be the only particle in the nucleus. Scientists observed that all the mass of an atom cannot be accounted on the basis of just electron and protons. When James Chadwick used scattering data to calculate the mass of neutral particle. Let's understand with an example. Scientists took two nuclei, the hydrogen nucleus and the helium nucleus. So we know that the entire mass of an atom is concentrated in the nucleus. So hydrogen has one proton, helium has two protons. So the mass of the helium should be twice the mass of hydrogen. As helium has two protons and hydrogen has one proton, but when experiments were performed, it was observed that the mass of helium was 4 times the mass of hydrogen. So, where is this extra mass coming from? In the helium atom. So, scientists concluded that there should be some extra particle which is present in the nucleus of the helium atom. This extra particle is giving the extra mass of the helium nucleus, and this particle should be neutral because an atom is electrically neutral. The number of electrons is equal to the number of protons. So if this particle has some charge, it will make the atom unstable. That not be electrically neutral. Therefore, this extra particle should be neutral in nature. One such scientist, James Chadwick, he was interested and curious to know where that extra mass in the helium nucleus was coming from. So he performed a number of experiments. In one such experiment, he used a beryllium nucleus and he projected on an alpha particle on this beryllium nucleus. So when he projected, he observed that a particle was released. He called it neutron. Now he wanted to check if the neutron was neutral in nature or not. So he took this field. This is a field of positive particle. It has all the positive particles in it. So if a positive particle is passed through this field, you see that like charges ripple. So if a proton pass through this field, it is separated by these positive charges. Then he passed the neutron particle that he had achieved from the reaction. He passed the neutron through this field. He observed that neutron was neither attracted nor repelled by these positive charges. And so he concluded the neutron is neutral in nature. It has no charge on it, and also later by some experiments it was shown that the mass of neutron is equal to mass of proton. Hence the mystery of mass of the helium nucleus was now solved. Helium nucleus has 4 times the mass of hydrogen nucleus. Therefore, it has 2 extra neutrons. These neutrons make the mass of helium nucleus 4 times the mass of hydrogen. Since we know that the mass of neutron is equal to the mass of proton and hydrogen nucleus has only proton. Therefore, the particles 2 protons and neutrons make the mass of helium 4 times the mass of hydrogen. and hence this is how neutrons were discovered. This is the present accepted form of the structure of atom. The nucleus of atom contain protons and neutrons, and the electrons revolve around the nucleus in definite orbits. So this is the structure of atom as we noted it. Thank you students. That's all for today's class. Have a blessed day.